And former Hawaii Congresswoman and former presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard joins me now. Tulsi, thanks so much for being with us. I mean, you're not only a former presidential candidate, you're a four-term Congresswoman with military service. But let's talk about this informant who's recently been indicted for lying and giving a false statement. They're using one piece of information provided by this one person to try to take down the whole claim regarding the Bidens and what they did with Burisma.
Yeah, Judge, it's very clear what they're doing. And, you know, if I were Trump, I would say, gosh, this is great because they're revealing their hand that they have no card to play. Really, they are in such a state of desperation, knowing that they can't confront Trump. Biden can't confront Trump on the issues. He can't confront him on, you know, border security. Biden's record is horrible. He can't confront him on economy. Biden's record is horrible. People are still paying more for everyday necessities than they were before. He can't confront him on any of these issues. So as you said earlier, they're resorting to their tired and tried playbook of throwing out the Russia playbook, number one, and number two, spreading propaganda themselves with the very ready help and assistance, as you've just showed, of the mainstream propaganda media, thinking that the American people are stupid and that somehow we will fall for the lies that they're telling us about how after 3 years of open borders with millions of people streaming across our border illegally, now all of a sudden Biden is the tough on border president. He really thinks we're going to fall for this. I think the American people are smarter than this. However, we must remain vigilant and paying attention to recognize their propaganda for what it is, pure lies.
All right. And it's interesting that they're using Smirnov to revive the Russia collusion hoax. And, you know, when you ran for president, didn't something like that happen to you?
Yeah, I was laughing to myself as I was hearing the words they're using, because I've heard them so many times. For me, it actually started the day that I announced my candidacy for president to run in the Democratic primary in 2020, Judge. They were calculated. They were concerned about my challenging them and the problems within the Democratic Party. So the beginning of planting those seeds of suspicion that somehow I had something to do with Russia or Putin. And then, of course, then Secretary Clinton stating very clearly that she thought I was a Russian asset.
Yeah.
The problem with this is that it works, which is why they keep going back to it. I experienced over and over during that campaign, and still to this day, Judge, people believing Hillary Clinton, the Democrat elite's lies, without any basis or evidence, and expressing concern.
All right. Last night, Laura Ingraham interviewed former President Donald Trump and talked about a short list for VP that apparently you were on. And the president commented that there was a big presence for you in South Carolina. So it's just you and me talking now, Tulsi.
It's just us, just us girls.
Just us girls, yeah. Have you had conversations with the former president regarding your possibly being on that list?
I've not had conversations with him about being on the list of people he's considering for being VP. Of course, I'd be honored to be asked to serve in that capacity. But just between us girls, I've taken on Kamala Harris on a debate stage before. I would look forward to doing that again.
Ooh, I'd be in the audience for that. Tulsi Gabbard, we always love having you on. Thanks for joining us.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.